Underwater welding sounds simple, right? Just add water. Wrong. This is a job for the elite, the highly skilled, the slightly crazy. We're talking about welding metal hundreds of feet underwater in near darkness with all sorts of creepy crawlies lurking nearby. Why do we do it? Because our world depends on it. Pipelines transport our oil and gas, ships carry our goods, offshore rigs power our cities, and sometimes these things break down in the worst possible place, the bottom of the ocean. That's where underwater welders come in. These brave souls combine the skills of a master welder with the resilience of a deep-sea diver. It's a dangerous job, no doubt, but it's also one of the most vital and fascinating careers on the planet. So let's dive in and see what it takes to weld at the bottom of the sea. Section 2. Gearing up for the depths. Preparation and safety. Before you even think about striking an arc underwater, you need the right training. And trust me, this isn't your grandpappy's welding class. We're talking about commercial diving certifications, specialized welding courses, and enough safety training to make your head spin. Next up, the gear. Forget your welding helmet and gloves. Underwater welders suit up in full diving gear, complete with a helmet, breathing apparatus, and enough weight to sink a small car. This equipment is a lifeline, providing oxygen, communication, and protection from the crushing pressure of the deep. And don't even get me started on the inspections. Every piece of equipment gets checked, double-checked, and triple-checked before it goes near the water. Because down here, a small leak can turn into a life-or-death situation faster than you can say weld. Section 3, diving into the process, methods, tools, and techniques. Now let's talk shop. There are two main types of underwater welding: wet welding and dry welding. Wet welding is exactly what it sounds like, welding directly in the water. It's the most common method, but it's also the trickiest. Imagine trying to strike an arc while being sprayed by a fire hose. That's wet welding. Dry welding, on the other hand, involves creating a dry, pressurized chamber around the work area. This gives the welder better visibility and control, but it's also more expensive and time-consuming. No matter the method, underwater welding requires specialized tools. We're talking waterproof electrodes, heavy-duty welding machines, and umbilical cords that carry power and oxygen from the surface. It's like running a welding shop from the deck of a boat. Section 4, Challenges and Applications, the world of underwater welding. Underwater welding is not for the faint of heart. We're talking about working in near-zero visibility, battling strong currents, and dealing with the constant threat of decompression sickness. Did I mention the sharks? But despite the challenges, underwater welders are in high demand. They're the unsung heroes who repair pipelines, fix ships, and build underwater structures. They work in some of the most extreme environments on Earth, from the icy waters of the Arctic to the murky depths of the Gulf of Mexico. So the next time you turn on your gas stove or take a ride on a ferry, take a moment to appreciate the underwater welders who make it all possible. They're the ones who brave the depths so we don't have to. And that's a job that deserves a whole lot of respect.